everyone, I am Maria from Little Maria's Crafts, and today I am going to bring you a tutorial on how to make a bow. The holidays are coming up and I have been asked by several people on how to make a bow, so I figured I would bring you guys a quick tutorial on how to do it. Hope you guys enjoy. Thank you. I'm going to turn you guys down so that you guys can see my hands. Okay, first we're gonna take this. This is a Robert Stanley collection ribbon from Hobby Lobby. It's about $9.99 for the roll. You can always use your 40% off coupon if this is the only thing you're buying. Sometimes they have sales on all their ribbon. But you can use any kind of ribbon that you find. There's different kinds of ribbon everywhere, such as even Dollar Tree carries ribbon. So any kind of ribbon will work for this as long as it's got wire. Some of the thinner ribbon maybe won't fluff up as much, but you just have to play with whatever ribbon you have and see how well it works. It needs to kind of have a little bit of structure. This one might be a little bit too thick for what I need, because what I'm going to need to do is bunch it up a whole bunch of times, but hopefully it'll still work out good. And let's get into it. So what I'm going to do, what I need also to tie it is either I'm going to use jute for this one because it matches my ribbon, but you can also use a pipe cleaner, which would probably be a little bit easier. Let me grab one of those real quick. And that would be a little bit easier maybe to grab onto everything, because at the end you're probably going to want to tie it up to something, so a pipe cleaner may work better for you. So, okay, so right now what we're going to do is we are going to grab onto our ribbon, and what we're going to do at first is we're going to make a small circle, maybe about, let me measure this. It'll probably be around 3 inches or so. You don't really have to measure as long as you see a little circle in the middle. This is kind of going to be our middle to the bow, so I think this will work about right. And then, so you're gonna put your end towards the inside of it, and make sure that you're overlapping about 1 inch probably, because this is what's going to go tied up also to with your either pipe cleaner or jute or whatever. So you need to make sure that you have at least 1 inch tucked in there so that it doesn't fall apart on you. And then what you're going to start doing is you're going to take small just loops that you're going to probably loop around. Maybe this is probably going to be about a 5-inch loop maybe. So you're gonna grab it, and since we already have this first part of it, what you want to do is kind of pinch in the middle to make a little like to make it bunch up just a little. So you're gonna want to grab onto this with your fingers and try not to let go of it, and then you're gonna make your 5-inch loop, and you're gonna just take it and bunch it up as well in the middle. So you're just gonna hold on to it with your 2 fingers, and then you're gonna take your ribbon again, and if it's a double-sided ribbon, it's probably easier because you don't have to flip it. But if this wasn't a double-sided ribbon, you would take it and you would twist it right here. So that would make the right side of the ribbon stand out to the other side, because if not, it would look backwards. it would look like the pretty side would be to the inside of the loop, and we don't want that. We want it to be on the outside always. So since this one is a double-sided ribbon, then we don't need to do that. So really we just need to scrunch it and hold on to it right there in the middle. And then you're going to take another side and try to make the loops as about the same size. So I'm not really measuring, but just kind of keep an eye on it a little bit. So, and then you're going to take it and you're going to put it to the middle of your bow, and you're going to also pinch that as well. So I don't know if you guys can see that. Okay, so then you're going to take another little bit of ribbon and do the same exact thing. So you're going to go back and forth doing as many loops as you want to your bow. I think maybe 2 or 3 loops would probably work for me. And then hold on to it. Keep bunching it in the middle. Okay, so this is our last loop, because I think I only want to do 3 of them. This ribbon is kind of thick, so it's a little bit hard to work with. I probably should have picked a better, thinner ribbon to try this, but for now this is gonna work. So you're just gonna play with it and make sure that it's, you know, looking kind of uniform, but you're still holding on to it in the middle. You don't want to let that go. Okay, so then we want some tails that kind of hang down to the bottom. So what I do is I take my ribbon and I just get a little bit of slack on here. So then I take it and I measure about how long my tails I want them to be. So this is for a wreath, so I think about a 12-inch tail would probably work for me. That might be a little bit too much, but you can always cut the ends of the ribbon if you don't need that much. But what I do is I take that, well, I said 12 inches, but you probably need about 24 inches because you're going to do two tails. So then you're going to, I would probably just cut it off right there at the 24-inch mark. And let's see, I can't cut with my left hand, so I have to turn it up. Try not to let it go. And just cut your tail off. Okay, and then you're going to want to loop back to the center and overlap it about 1 inch again, just like you did in the beginning. And hold on to it with your little finger without letting anything go. Okay, and then you're going to get your jute and you're going to tie all of that together. So you go through your center loop on the top, maybe once or twice even if you can. That way it's nice and tight and it won't let itself go. So I'm going to do 2 times around. Okay. And then I'm just going to take it and I'm going to tie it up together. Make a knot. A really tight knot on here. Okay. And then you can cut that part off. So you don't need that. So, okay. Then now you have this long loop on here, And this is what's going to make our tails. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that long piece and I'm going to cut that. Okay. So now you have your bow and 2 long tails. Okay. So now what you want to do is fluff it up. You know, move these to the side, to the front. I don't know. Just move them around as much as you need to make it fluff up nicely. This burlap ribbon is really, really thick, so it's a little bit hard to work with, but like I said, anything thinner would work probably better. Right now they have some beautiful ribbons out for Christmas time already, so you might want to go and look at that. I saw some at Walmart. Okay. So there's my ribbon and there's my bow. You can use this for any kind of decoration, maybe on your Christmas tree, maybe a present. I'm going to use mine for a wreath, but that's pretty much it. And then what I do on my ends, because I like my ends to look nice and finished, I do what is called dovetailing. So what you do there is you take your ends and you fold them up nicely. And then you're going to take your scissors. Make sure they're about even on the end. You're going to take your scissors and the open end, the 2 corners, that's going to be the longest part of this dovetail, so you're going to take your scissors and you're going to angle them inwards, and then you're going to cut like a little triangle. Okay, and that makes this beautiful edge on your bow. And then you're going to do the same thing on the other side. You fold it up nicely. Your open end is what the longest part, and then you cut a triangle. And then there you go. So there's your 2 ends dovetailed, very nice. And here's your beautiful Christmas bow, or whatever kind of bow you want. But you can play with it as much as you want and fluff it up. But there it is. Very, very, very pretty. And pretty easy to do, I feel. So I think anyone could do this. You might want to practice with different ribbons first before you try this burlap. But it's very, very pretty and very classic, I feel. So, okay. Well, thank you so much for watching. And we'll see you in the next video. Thank you.